Good afternoon, Tim. It's lovely to see you again. I'm sorry Tina couldn't be here this afternoon.
Yes, unfortunately, she had to. Her grandmother and other family members in Victoria weren't well. She had to go down there urgently.
Oh, I hope she doesn't get caught down there for 2 weeks in the border bubble.
Exactly. It could be a problem, I'm sure. We're just hoping.
So I just want to follow on from our first meeting and just confirm things so as we have it in a way that we're complying with the Credit Act, and we're sure that, and I can be sure that you know what you're looking for, and that we're going to meet your needs. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
So if I can go through just a few things with you and see where we stand with them, I'd be very grateful. So we're looking at this loan. You're still looking to purchase a new place?
Yes. If we can get a new place, it'd be excellent.
Okay.
Really appreciate that.
And we're still in the purchase price. We're still looking for around about 490,000.
I'd go a bit more if I could borrow a bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, well, we'll see what we can do with that. And are you going to be living there, or is it going to be? Are you going to rent it out and have it as an investment?
No. This would be our first home.
Oh, right. So we might have a look at see what we can do for you for her first home.
Should be on a residential property.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Tina has had a loan before, but we might be able to help out with the first home earners grant because you haven't had a place. So we'll look at that.
Let's have a look at that one.
Now, the loan term, I know we went through that before. You were looking for a 30-year term. Does that still work satisfactorily?
I want to keep the basically the repayments as low as possible.
Oh, okay. So
if you could make it a 50-year term, it would be even better.
Well, we can have a look at it. We'll see, but usually I think the maximum is 30 years.
30.
But
I'll
we'll
stick
see
to
if
30.
we can
That's right.
do something for you with that. And you want to max out all the deposit you have that you were willing to contribute is 75,000. So
That's right. I might actually do a little bit better than that because I just checked a few savings accounts. I can probably squeeze another $5,000 or maybe even $10,000 extra. So you might want to make a note of that.
Well, I will. The benefit if we do that is the more deposit you can put in there, there's a chance we may not have to pay the loan mortgage insurance on that. So that might be a better.
No, the lender's mortgage insurance. That is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at that.
But I'd rather get into the property. So if I've got to pay for it, I understand it.
Okay. So, well, at the moment we've got you down as looking at 75. But if we can get you up to 85, well, that's good. We'll have a look at that, and I'll do some calculations for you. So you put in a lot of your savings in there. I know you've still got a few. Now we're not refinancing, so we don't have to worry about about that part of it. Now, do you have any particular preferences for any banks or?
Well, I'm banking at the moment, we have for the last 40, 50 years with CBA,
right.
But I'm not, look, let's face it, I just want to get a good loan.
Okay,
Actually, 40, 50 years, no, that wouldn't be right, would it? No, 4 or 5 years.
That's right. Prematurely aging yourself there, Tim.
That's right, no.
Now, while we look at a number of banks, we may not necessarily be with the CBA. We'll look at what's going to give you the best deal. So you're a first home buyer, but Tina's had something before. So is that the case?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. For Tim, all right. Now we want to get we're trying to get pre-approval, aren't we? So as you can go in there with a bit more certainty.
Well, I want to be able to. It's a bit like having a credit card. I want to be able to shop at David Jones, but I can't go to David Jones without that credit card. And here, this is a big credit card.
Right.
If I know what I can go for.
Excellent. All right.
So that's important. Before I'm looking at the realestate.com, etc., getting an idea of what the prices are, and they seem to be rising quite rapidly. But saying that, I can't make an offer until I obviously know you've told me we've got pre-approval for you.
Okay, excellent. And the property location, we're still looking at the same place out at Campbell. Oh, Edgartown. I've never been there. I must admit.
Great place.
Is it? Okay. So we're still looking
really
at
like it.
Okay. And the same address. Well, we had the addresses. Unit 1. Oh, sorry. The current address. Oh, yes, Unit 192 Seaside Lane, Edgerton. Well, I'm sure you'd be very happy out there.
I love it. Really
Okay,
good.
so we'll put
But I'm
that-
renting.
Okay, well, you'll be saving a lot of money from not having to pay rent.
Oh, good saving. Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Now we're looking. You're both currently employed. It looks like Tina's on a much more, how would you say, much better paid than what you are, Tina. No embarrassment there. Or
It
anything
is.
like
It is.
that. So,
I'm a kept man.
oh, right. And you've both been there for more than 5 years. It says here, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Yes, I was. And the job prospects there are still quite good. No chances of
Yes,
moving.
we both have been very fortunate. Haven't really been affected by COVID,
Oh, right, okay.
which
Yes,
I think
that's
is
gonna be a question.
obviously pretty important because banks
Okay.
are, I'm sure, will be concerned about people that are seriously affected by COVID.
Okay, and we'll need to confirm that. I'll need to either get some employment letters or some of your pay slips, and I'll need to look back through your bank accounts at some stage.
That's fine.
So,
Yes, I understand.
Now, and you said you wanted to get a variable home loan. You still want to get that, or do you want us to look at fixed at all?
Look, to be fair, I just want the best deal, and I might even look at depending upon your thoughts, whether I might even split the loan between
Oh, right.
between a fixed rate and variable. So I heard that can be a good combination as well.
And most of the people we deal with all have an offset. You know about offsets? How
I
offsets
do.
work?
I'd really like to get an offset.
Okay, all right. We'll see what we can do for you with that. Yeah, I'm just going through my list. Now, okay, you've got a split here. So, now, do you want to play principal and interest, or interest only on the?
Well, I think from what I've heard, my knowledge is quite limited, that most banks tend to like a P&I type loan, especially over 30 years.
Okay.
And I think if it was interest only, they often ask questions. Well, why don't you want to pay principal?
All right.
So I think we'll do principal and interest.
Okay. All right. And we've mentioned offset, but I know you mentioned to me when we first met that you wanted to have a redraw facility in there as well. You still want to have that?
Yeah, I think the offset's even more powerful though, from what I've been reading.
Yes, because you.
Can you explain to me the difference between
Well,
offsets and?
I can't. Well, an
Redraw?
offset is where you go and lodge funds. You get an offset against the loan that you have, the fixed interest loan that you have, or either of the loans that you have. So it can cut down on the amount of interest you're actually paying, and it's very tax effective. Whereas a redraw facility, it's a loan, it's a limit, and you can just redraw the loan up to that limit. But the bad thing with that is that the loan term can tend to be extended. Of course, the banks like having it extended because they're getting more interest out of the thing. So
Mhm.
that's basically how it works in a nutshell.
Okay, that's good. So which do you recommend then?
Well, I'd tend to go initially. I'd tend to go with the offset. Because it can be more tax effective, and because you're not as likely to be breaching any of the loan conditions, particularly if you decide to go with the fixed interest part of them.
Well, I've heard that. I mean, I don't know. You're the broker. Can you get like an offset against fixed rates?
You can. The lenders that we deal with, we tend to specialise with the lenders that do provide that facility. So we try and.
Oh, that's great, because that would be ideal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. We should be able to help you from that point of view.
Perfect.
Now, we're looking at your income. We probably need to see your tax returns and Tina's tax returns for the last few years. I mentioned that. Do you have any other? Do you think you'll have any other income coming in?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I do occasionally get a bonus, but doesn't look good for this year.
All right. Okay. Well, hopefully next year. Now we've got to look at the other expenses that you've got as well. And I should mention those to you. You've still got those 2 credit cards. They seem to have a fairly hefty limit on them.
Oh, I spend right up to the limit too.
Oh, right.
There's 30,000 on one and 50,000 on the other.
Oh, well,
How am I looking?
not good. See, if we can get those down, because we need to confirm your expenses as well, Tim, and
Yeah.
living expenses can impact on the loan. So we've got to look at those, and that's part of what we're doing as the application as well. Is we need to look at your existing loans and your existing credit cards and your commitment on them before we can go and make an application. So I had a look at what you had said to me the first time we met, and you had $5,600 and $4,000 for Tina. So it might help perhaps if we look at reducing those limits if you're not using them at all. But that's
Yeah, I'd
that's
be
up to
happy
you.
to do that. How much? The $50,000 one. What do you suggest I should drop it down
Oh
to?
well, if you are very unlikely to use $50,000 any time to
I'm just
purchase
a bit
that.
worried about Tina. She
Oh,
might. She might use it.
Well, I'd cancel Tina's card altogether because that's the only safe way to deal with it, Tim. So,
Well,
but
she
no,
won't be happy about that. Though. I don't think she'd be happy.
no,
with that.
we get it down to a reasonable limit, but at least it'll improve.
No, I'll be
increase-
happy to if that means I can get the loan.
Okay.
I do understand that some banks sort of say you can get a loan, but you're going to have to drop the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we'll need to do. I think.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'll take it as read. I'll be prepared to do that.
All right.
You tell me if I do have to, and by how much.
All right. Well, what I'll do when we've finished here today, I'll go through and put all these things, put all this down together, and I'll get back to you with a more concrete proposal and some options that are going to be available.
Oh, that'd
for
be
you.
great. No, perfect.
So I've got to mention your living expenses. You've given me an idea of those. I'll need to confirm those. Either if you can send me your rental statements or even send me your bank accounts. So and any other expenses that you have on a fairly regular basis. I know Tim, you've got a car loan that you've had for some time, and so
Well, that's due to be paid off in the next 12 months.
Is it? Oh,
Mm.
that'll make your borrowing capacity so much, and it'll make life much better for you when that is repaid as well. So you might be able to do some quicker repayments and reduce the term of the.
Well, I'm paying, $800 a month for the car, so and it's only 12 months to go, so I should be fine. That'd
Yeah,
be good. That'd be a big help.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that'll help. And you don't have any kids yet, and you're not expecting to have any kids. You've told me for the next few years, so we don't have to worry about childcare support or
No,
education.
no.
Not so good. And you don't have any other properties at the moment. But
No.
I've got your list. You've got your cars and that's all. And your household furniture. But is there any other? There's no other properties that we're aware of.
No, I'd love to get an investment property at some point, but at the moment I'm more interested in home to live in.
And I'm hoping we can help you out there. If we can help you out here, hopefully you'll come to us straight away when you're
Oh,
looking
look,
at that.
you do a good job for me, and that's no doubt about that. I'll do that.
Excellent. And we've been through the other liabilities, the credit cards, and post-retirement capacity. Well, you're only young, so
Yeah, you
you're
don't
probably
have-
not interested in your retirement for
Well,
another 20 years.
I'm a long way off. I'm only 35 now, so
That's
I'm
all right.
a way off there. So
Well, I'd like to leave it with me, Tim, and if you have any questions, or I'll send it to you. I'll put all this what I think we've discussed here, and I'll give you the options exactly so you can make a decision. And I'll get you to write back to me saying you agree with what I've done, and if you have any, or which option you like, because I'd like you to make.
So you'll show me not one. You'll show me
I'll show you three options.
three. Oh, perfect.
Three options, and then it's up to you to decide which one's best for you. But we'll talk through those options when I present them, and I'll give you a call and we'll have a chat then.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much,
Tim,
Mark.
it's wonderful to meet you again, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.
No, thank you so much. Thank you, mate. Bye bye. Mate, I can't turn it off.
Thanks.
Anyhow,
Low bloody battery, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
I thought you did really well.
Thank you.